here once. Thank you for watching this channel. My last video, I talked about roof and in trying to protect the church from the invasion of these jihadists that CAN and PFN have a role to play. Also, the governors to have a role to play in empowering the vigilante to be able to protect their territory. I made an illustration using the Vatican and the Pope, that even though the Pope is the spiritual head of the Catholic Church worldwide, his territory is guarded massively. You know, the Vatican, which is the home of the Pope, is highly guarded with armed men and security camera and every sophisticated security apparatus. So also, the big preachers we have today in Nigeria, who goes about with bulletproof car and police protection. And I said that if they can do that, why wouldn't they do that to the church? You know. So this video is about the role of prayer. Yes, we have role of prayer. We have role of physical, protection. You know. So we need to pray, because prayer has its own role to play in this situation we have today. The Bible said that if the people that are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn away from their wicked ways, I will hear them and heal their land. That's what the Bible says. Daniel was a man who single-handedly, affected the destiny of the children of Israel when they were in Babylon, in captivity. And there was a prophecy by Jeremiah that they were going to go into captivity for 70 years. And after the 70 years, that is going to bring them back to their land. At the time that Daniel was praying, it was over 70 years. And Daniel had to remind God of his word, of his promise, that look, it is 70 years. We are still here. Please arise and fulfill your promise. And God did that. God did that. We can also see in the time of Elijah, when Ahab was the king and Ahab was misbehaving, he stood up and made pronouncement that it will not rain for 3.5 years until he speak back. And God honored his prayer. And he made, Ahab to begin to look for. After Elijah came back, he brought judgment on those false prophets, and the rain started. These are people who stood their ground to pray for God to intervene. And let's look at a story in the Bible about Abraham and God. When God wanted to destroy the land of Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot was there. Lot was Abraham's nephew. When God wanted to destroy, Abraham was like interceding on behalf of Sodom and Gomorrah and say, if you see 50 people, will you destroy? He said, no, if I see 50 righteous people, I will not destroy. It went down to 40, went down to 30, even went down to 10. God said, if you see 10 people, righteous people, it will not destroy the place. But unfortunately, God could not see 10 righteous people. This is the power of intercession. And this is what we ought to be doing, to intercede, because God answers prayer. He does. He answers prayer. So we need to pray. And as we pray, God will answer our prayer. And I want to tell you of the revelation I had some years back, to tell you that this Islamization of Nigeria didn't start today. In that revelation, I saw a man on top of a dragon, and the dragon was destroying everywhere, scattering everywhere, but nobody was saying anything. The dragon was just doing anything like. And I was wondering, why come this dragon? And the man on top of that dragon was speaking Arabic. Then I thought it was OPC. OPC then, who started well, was now killing innocent people. Some, you see that they removed their private part. So I started praying against OPC. And after that time, Obasanjo made a decree that they should shoot OPC on sight. And that was what ended OPC. But that was not, even though God answered my prayer about OPC, that was not the meaning of that dream. The meaning of that dream is Islamization of Nigeria. That when it's going to happen, nobody will see anything. It didn't start today. We're only seeing the manifestation of their plans. And nobody is saying anything. The government is denying what is happening. Thank God for Pastor Ezekiel, who started talking, started shouting, who started wailing, posting videos, which made America to now start to intervene. It was after Trump made that statement that we see that the government started talking, that people started talking. So Islamization did not start today. And so we need to pray. Thank God some of us have been praying. If not, by now they would have gone far. They would have gone far. Now, let me tell you something you don't know. Yes, Tinubu government is complicit. Yes. But I want to tell you there's something Tinubu is doing that does not sit well with the North. That does not sit well with the rapid advancing of the Islamization agenda. And that's why you see people like El-Rufai coming out. I'm going to make a video about El-Rufai. I'm going to make a video later, not this video. So something is not going right. I am not a supporter of Tinubu. Never. Never. People will know me. But I believe there's something he's doing that did not sit well with the North. And that's why they're going against him. If not, they'll be singing his praises. So we need to pray. We need to even pray for the president. We need to pray for him also. There are some things he need to step on toes. He needs the grace to step on toes. Because if he doesn't do that, he needs to put his life, in the line. Yes, he needs to save this country. And the prayer you need to pray for him, for God to give him the grace, to give him the strong will to do that. Because if he doesn't do that, then things will not change. But we have the tool of prayer. We need to pray now. It's a time for us to pray. Even though our so-called ministers that we look on to pray are not doing so. They are either political or tribalistic or being afraid or being dubious. So it is left for me and you to stand in the gap, just like Daniel did. Yes, just like Daniel did, just like Abraham did for Sodom and Gomorrah. Yes, just like Elijah did. We need to stand in the gap. Prayer move mountain. Let me tell you, when Trump was contesting for president in America, do you know a lot of us were praying for him? You don't know. Trump becoming president the second time is not ordinary. They wanted to eliminate him. They tried everything they could do. They used blackmail. They used court cases. They used everything to the extent they wanted to kill him. If not for God, at that very moment he turned his head. That was when the bullet passed through his ears. If not, he would have been dead. But those things are not ordinary. Those things were because of prayer. That many of us were praying. Because we knew that America have lost it then. America, who was the forefront of evangelism, of missionary, The church I fellowship with today came from America. But what is happening in America today? Woke ideas, lesbianism, homosexualism, gay marriage, woke things that are not scriptural, things that the Bible goes against. Those are the things that the left embraced. They've lost the background of God. And it was only Trump that could bring back the original idea of God, that can bring sanity. We saw that. We followed all the campaign. We saw what the candidates were speaking. And thank God, Trump came and Trump was victorious. It was prayer. And that is through prayer also, we are going to change this country and bring about good governance, bring about transformation. It is through prayer. So I want to call upon all of us that it's time for us to pray to God. It's time for us to call Him to intervene in Nigeria so that Nigeria will be what God intended to be. And as we do that, I believe we're going to see changes. I want to assure you, the Islamization agenda will not happen. Will never happen. Because what did the Bible say? It says, associate yourself, O ye nation, but you shall be breaking in pieces. They give you, O ye profane nation, guard yourself, it shall be breaking in pieces. Guard yourself, it shall be breaking in pieces. Take counsel together, it shall come to naught. Speak the word, it shall not come to pass. For God is with us. God is with us in this country. And God's will and purpose will be done. If you like this video, please share the video, like it, and make comments concerning what I've just spoken. If you have anything you want to say, or you want to add anything, feel free to comment. And it helps the video to reach other people. Thank you for watching. God bless you.